Okay, we have another unboxing. Yeah, these piled up for 4 months, and again, don't really, remember kind of what I ordered from Shortbox, but for the most part, I stripped off the label of all these, so I don't really know what's in each of these boxes, which makes it fun. So, let's go ahead and do this unboxing. Of course, before we get into it though, hit that subscribe button. Really helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stay till the end because there are a few things I want to talk about, a few like giveaway type topics that you might want to be aware of for my Instagram page. That's pretty much it. Let's get these started. Whew. I don't know why I always do this. It'd be better if I like did a video and just quick video of like opening two instead of waiting 5 months to open these at once. Really don't recommend doing it this way too, because if something's damaged and I reply to the seller and tell them, they're going to be like, why didn't you open it for 4 or 5 months? That's on me. But we'll hope everything checks out. I feel like most of you guys watching are probably familiar with what I do in these videos when I unbox, but if you're not, I'm going to pull up my phone when we're looking at these slabs. I will let you all know what I paid for the slab, and we'll use these are all from Shortbox again, so we'll use the Shortboxed their value guide, their pricing guide, I think it's called, on the app, and see what this book has been selling for as of late, and then you'll probably also see what I paid for it on the app, because these were all purchased from the app. All right. Well, I completely actually forgot that I made this purchase here. Yeah, a lot of these books I remember buying. It's not like I was drunk or anything, but it has been a while. And yeah, there's times where I'm like on an auction on Shortboxed, or just it's late at night and I'm like, ooh, that's a pretty decent price. We'll see if this seller takes my offer. Incredible Hulk 340. This is a white page 9.8 copy. And yeah, Hulk vs. Wolverine. This is an iconic cover. Peter David story, Todd McFarlane art, most notably. Let's get the glare off that. There. If you follow me on Instagram, where I feel like a lot of these subscribers on my YouTube have come from, there's not a lot of X-Men, not a lot of Marvel things in my room. I'm mainly DC, but I do like a good Marvel cover, a good Marvel first appearance, mainly Spiderman, but Wolverine I would say is in my top 3. I do appreciate the X-Men and a lot of those characters. Love this cover. It's hard though to display this in my room because everything is Batman, and it just kind of it would just look weird. Like everything, there's 5 slabs there and they're all Batman. I feel like if I do have a lot of Marvel slabs. I feel like if I put Marvel slabs there, it would just throw people off, but maybe I'll do that one day. All right, next up. Oh, shit, I didn't even pull up my phone. Let's do that first. Did I say X-Men 340? Hopefully not. I meant Incredible Hulk number 340. What a noob thing to say on my end if I did say that. All right, so let's go ahead and go to... Ooh, they switched things up a little bit. And by the way, Shortbox is now available on the web. I have not yet used their web software. I assume just based on how the app runs, it's amazing. It's a little bit hard because when I do these videos, I like put this table here. I'm not right up on my computer. My computer is right where the camera is, so I can't really use that. It's just easier to use my phone when searching these things on YouTube with my YouTube videos. But yeah, definitely check them out on the web. That's big news. That's big news. All right, so price guide. So you got to go to more and then price guide. We're going to do Incredible Hulk 340. There it is. 9.8. Okay. Well, that's cool too. Now they have searched the store. That's really useful. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there before, where you could just, if you wanted to check on this book on the Shortbox marketplace, you can now just do that. Heritage auction, $1,000, 1,080. eBay auction, 965. Okay, everything's around a grand. Going back to March, pretty much stayed consistent. Jumped up a little bit. Maybe that was because of the Deadpool news with Wolverine. Could be. Even though this is more of, just Hulk and Wolverine. Okay, I'm gonna go to my purchases. All right, I paid $9.50 for this book. A little over a grand, including tax. You guys probably think I'm the worst, like buying this book and just not opening it for months. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was one that I really wanted, though. I'm very happy to have it. Yeah, this was like on my hunting list this year to acquire this book right here. Okay. Leave my phone there so I don't forget. Next up. Nice Mylar bag on this one. Oh, this was an auction buy. I got a pretty good deal on this. I'm not going to pull it up on the app, but it's this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 129. This was a book that was published in 2022. It's a retailer incentive edition. Just love the cover here. This is a Freddie Williams II cover. Just a book that I think my son will love. He's huge into Ninja Turtles right now. I have another, I think it might be the Maria Wolf cover displayed in his room, but he's all about TMNT. So I'll probably put this in his room. He'll love it. But I love this cover. It's pretty sweet looking. Yeah, that was an auction. I want to say I was going for maybe like $50. So definitely check out the auctions. You can get a good deal. I've also sold one book now. It was bid up to a decent price. I mean, I was fine with it. It was a book that I just wanted to get out of my collection. Didn't really see a need for it anymore. But yeah, buying, selling, auction-wise on Shortbox is great. All right, what do we have here? What do we have here? Venom 3, Marvel, 2018. You may know this as the first appearance of Null. Yeah, so this is Legacy issue 168. First appearance of Null, first full appearance of Null. And this is a pretty hot book right now because they announced, we saw in the trailer, I believe it was in the second trailer or first full trailer, that we're going to be getting Null. And when I'm recording this video, actually recently published news is that Andy Serkis is going to be playing Null. For whatever reason, I thought it was the guy from Walking Dead. I guess that's not happening. Maybe it was just a fan rumor. But yeah, Andy Serkis, great actor. Mainly know him as Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And he played Caesar in Planet of the Apes, but he's mainly like a CGI actor, but his facial expressions are unreal. So I don't know if they're going to like fully CGI the character. I would assume with his body type, they are, and they're just going to really use his expressions and his face. But who knows? Yeah, so when I bought this was, what did I see? I saw somebody post something about Null and it being in Venom, and I'm like, there's no way. But this was a book, believe it or not. This was a book I was keeping an eye on. I have Venom 3, think 2 raw copies, and I think the book was starting to go up a little bit. And in Shortboxed, whoever the seller was, They didn't raise the price. They kept the price consistent with it was pretty low. I think I paid, let's see what I paid. So I paid $200 for this. I think it dropped to like 150 maybe, but at the time it wasn't confirmed yet. We were getting null, but I saw something on Instagram and I just bought it. And yeah, it went up to what, like $300 maybe for this copy. I'm not going to sell it. I just overall really like the null character. I think what Donnie Cates did with him is he just brought really high stakes into the Venom universe, Spider-Man. He's just freaking scary, man. And I appreciate that with a villain. Sometimes it's just like old when a villain is supposed to be scary and intimidating because he's just so giant and colossal. A lot of villains in the comic book world that are like that are just the size of a planet. But when there's just like an eerie, creepy, sadistic looking villain who just wants to, end everything, that's something I'm on board with. So Null, Venom, issue 3. Let's quickly look at what the prices are doing right now in this book. It's been a little while. I think it's simmered down a little bit over the last month or 2 months. Okay, so I bought this one, $200. It's getting a little hot in this room. I'm sweating. All right, so price guide. Venom 3. Oh, no, you just do Venom 3. Search. Let's see if I can find it. Venom 3, 98. No, that's not the right one. Do I have to do the legacy number 168? Maybe there's no, I need to do the right year, Mark. Dummy. All right, so still over $200. 150, 150. I mean, grand scheme of things, I probably paid an extra 40, $50 for it. I don't know if this book is going to drop below $100 ever. Maybe it will. I'm hopeful, though, that they're just going to, regardless of what Venom 3 is, I'm hopeful they're going to keep this character around, this villain around. We'll see. Ooh, did I remember buying this one? I'll tell you that. I just saw a little sneak peek at the cover, getting this tape off. This bag is kind of gross. I'm going to actually take it out of the sleeve here. All right, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 300. Marvel Comics, 1988. Todd McFarlane. Iconic cover. Black suit Spider-Man. And speaking of Venom, the origin and first full appearance of Venom. But man, this cover, come on. Want to say what? Was that like, I think it was only a few months ago. Just to do a little experiment, I bought a raw copy of Amazing Spider-Man 300. And it was, the raw copy was, I think, estimated at a 9.0 to 9.4 grade. And got it for a decent price. I think under like $400, $500 maybe. But it was a decent price from what I remember. I'm pressing it right now. I'm sending it to CGC. I'm grading it. And we'll see what it comes back at. If it comes back below a 9.0, I lose. If it comes back a 9.0, I still think I kind of lose. But I do have a 9.4 now. Depending on what that raw book comes back at after I grade it, we'll see what I decide to do. I might end up selling the 9.4 if it like hit a 9.6 by any reason. It was a nice copy, so I'm gonna be optimistic, but we'll see. I don't think I need two of these graded in my collection. I want to get a reader's copy, so I've been looking for like a really low grade copy of Amazing Spider-Man 300, which isn't too hard to find. Just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, because that's a cool book to have in raw form. Todd kills it, though. Any Spider-Man cover that he does is amazing. No pun intended. All right, so I bought this copy for $550. That does not include tax, so total was around $615. We'll go to the price guide. We'll check out Amazing Spider-Man 3 hundo 94 550 is the FMV, I believe. It's gone up a little bit. Heritage Auction had this at a sold for $660. This is a white page, so I couldn't. I mean, you're not gonna get better 9.4 wise than white pages. So assuming that's a white page, it's gone up $100. Prior to my purchase, what you see there, the fixed price of $550. There's $500 purchase, $550, $560. So I was, happy to get that price on this book. All right, 2 more books left. Just the destroyer of USPS boxes. Oh, nice. Nice. You guys are going to know a little secret here about what I'm kind of investing in. Happens to be my top 5, maybe top 3 favorite indies of all time. Descender #1, published in 2015. This is a Jeff Lemire story with another of my favorite artists, maybe top 3 as well, Dustin Nguyen. Phenomenal art, phenomenal just overall series. It's it changed the way that I just thought of comic books, to be honest, because I didn't really jump back into comics till around 2015, 2016. Never picked up indie books. It was all Batman, it was all Spider-Man, and this was all growing up. I stopped even picking up comic books when I went to college. There wasn't a shop. I was, just doing the college stuff. So it wasn't really anything I was pursuing. Yeah, when I graduated, was living downtown in Chicago, there was a comic shop semi near me, and I would walk there and got to talking about, of course, Batman and, the DC and Marvel characters. And the guy in the shop was like, hey, you got to expand a little bit. Coming to this section, these are indie comics. I knew what Walking Dead was, mainly from the show. He's like, yes, that was a comic book. And I didn't even know. I'm sorry, I didn't even know. But he's like, you need to read Saga. Take that. That was when maybe Image still does it, but when they do the first graphic novels of a series, they would always be like $10, I think, $9.99. So I picked up a few of the Image trades. One was Descender, one was Saga, one was something else, and just started reading indies and really fell in love with this. Of course, fell in love with Saga, but Descender is peak indie. Wanted the #1 graded 9.8 in the collection. It is not it's not very expensive to get this book right now. So if this is a series you enjoy, maybe pick up a nice graded copy or a nice raw high grade copy. I think this one has a lot of potential to maybe be on the big screen. We'll see. I know they just did a very similar movie. At the time, when the trailer came out, I'm like, that is Descender they're ripping off. I think it was called The Creator. It had Denzel Washington's son in it. And I saw that movie. It actually was really different than what Descender is. But the movie poster looked like Tim 21. So I was like, well, are they just ripping off Descender right now? Literally the movie poster of the kid had the same exact AI robot stuff on his face. And I'm like, oh, come on. But I hope they do a Descender movie. That would be really cool. I think I know what this book is. Speaking of, after Venom 3, you're like, dude, why are you just buying all the highly speculated books right now? This one I did buy based on speculation. I will say that. Call me an idiot. Call me whatever you want. Yep, this is it. But the news dropped, and when I bought this, I swear it was not even close to what it got up to in like the coming days. I'm talking about infamous Iron Man. Yes, I was influenced by the news of Robert Downey Jr. becoming Doctor Doom, but it's a 9.6. I think I paid like $50 for it or something. It was still pretty much the value it has been prior to when the news dropped. So I scooped it up on eBay. I might even give this thing away. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. We have the Doctor Doom Nerdy AF shirts releasing. I think this might be a cool little giveaway with to somebody that buys one of those shirts. The pre-order is closed, but you can still get a shirt if you're interested. I'll drop the link, or I'll drop the link in the description of this video. But yeah, I I was just searching on eBay right when the news dropped and was like, I'll buy it, whatever. And then this thing just, poof, I'm talking just exploded. And I think it's come back down. I really haven't even checked on this book. But yeah, it's cool, I guess. Robert Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom now in the MCU. Whatever. Don't hate me, guys. Yeah, I mean, I will tell you straight up. I obviously purchased this because of the news that broke with that casting. I didn't pay an arm and a leg for it, don't worry. But yeah, we'll see what I do with this copy. All right, I am sweaty. I'm going to go hit the gym. It's nice outside too. Might just go on a little walk as well. Thank you guys for hanging out for this video. I hope you enjoyed that unboxing and seeing some of the books that I picked up as of fairly recently, the last few months. I still plan to do all these videos as I get more and more of the books that I purchased in. And I have some ideas for other videos. I think the next video I'm going to do is like my top 5 favorite slabs in my collection. And then maybe I'll do like my top 5 favorite raw books in my collection. Maybe go into deeper, like my top 5 favorite Batman books I have, Spiderman books I have, indie books I have. Because I want this YouTube mainly to be revolved around everything that I've accumulated over the years in my collection. I think that's you see a lot of that on my Instagram and my TikTok, but they're all, real short 30 to 60-second videos, but none of them are really me diving deeper into the things that I'm buying and why I love them. So we're gonna probably stick to that theme for this channel, but if you have ideas, I'm open to them. Leave a comment down below. Again, go check out that pre-order for the Doom shirts. I have a feeling, based on the feedback and the pre-orders that have already been put through, I have a feeling that shirt is gonna probably sell out pretty quickly. I've sold out of all the other designs that I've put out for Nerdy AF. But this one is just the artist that I work with on these shirts. We had this idea and I'm like, hey, we need to incorporate Iron Man somehow with these colors. And the art, Goons and Goblins is his name. Kyle made it work so much. So I think the design is freaking amazing. Go see for yourself. If you're interested, you could still pick up a shirt if you'd like. But all the orders went in, whatever's left in my inventory. Once that's gone, it's gone. Sometimes I do second prints of shirts, but usually I don't. So if you'd like a shirt, I would recommend picking one up. And and we're doing really cool trading cards. Everyone that orders a shirt will be getting a exclusive limited to 75 trading card that's going to be signed by Kyle, the artist, Goons and Goblins. And it will be hand numbered. And of course, I'll sleeve it. And I bought some magnetic one-touch cases. If you're not familiar, those are like the hard plastic cases. So it will come nicely delivered to you if you make a purchase of a shirt. And the company I worked with to design those cards, they're going to put gold foil on the card. I don't have in-hand pictures of them yet, but they're going to be sweet. They're going to be sweet. So keep an eye out for that. And finally, Instagram wise, if you're following me there, thank you. If you're not, I do recommend checking out my stuff. I do a top 5 video every single week for the new comic books that I'm going to be picking up. And in those videos, for the foreseeable, like next month or 2 months, every top 5 that I release each week, I'm doing a giveaway at the end of those videos, and they're all going to be indie comics bundles. Shortbox was nice enough to send me a bunch of comics, indie comics to give away, and I put them all into bundles to be given away each week in those top 5 videos. So go check that out. But that's all I have. So thank you again for checking out this video, hanging out with me while I unboxed all of these CGC slabbed comics. Oh, and thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I know I haven't put out many videos, many consistent videos on this channel, and just hitting 1,000, that's awesome. Love that. So thank you for all those subs. Really do appreciate it. But until next time, peace.